Welcome back, everybody, to the 12th Horseshoe podcast live on Surge Sports TV, alongside my host, Elijah Weintraub, Jack Rizzo, here with you today. And we have our special guest returning once again, I believe for either the third or the fourth time this season. I don't
I think
remember.
it's the fourth, maybe.
I don't know, but it's Mr. Jayson Lee. What's up, Jayson? How are you doing today?
It's good. It's Friday. Another week in the NFL.
Yes, and we have another guest supposedly joining, potentially in a little bit. George Sewell from @Swinging for the Fences on Instagram. Not sure when he'll be here, but he'll be here at some point. But no time to waste. Let's get right into it. We are in Week 11 now of the 2024 NFL season. First, we've got a game to recap last night. The Eagles defeated the Commanders on Thursday Night Football, 26-18 in the game that decided first place in this division. It was 7-3 at halftime. I believe it was 10-6 going into the fourth quarter, or the Eagles might have scored before the quarter ended, but it was a big game for Saquon Barkley. Both defenses came out to play, but a lot of sloppiness, a lot of ref interference, and back-to-back losses for the Commanders. Now, I picked the Eagles in this game. Eli, you had the Commanders, so we disagreed there. But
and I had them from upset.
Yeah. But I'll start off with you, Eli. What were your overall thoughts on this game?
I was honestly disappointed. This was although this was a divisional matchup between the two teams in the East, I thought this would be a very competitive game. I thought this would be close. I thought we were going to actually have a good Thursday night football once again, and for once. And that was not the case. We saw a disappointment from the Commanders. I really thought they were to show up and play better. From the Philadelphia side of things, they got the win, but I do not trust them a whole lot, especially going forward. I'm again very disappointed on the way the Commanders play. Eagles, again, they got the win, but I expected more from them.
That's fair. How about you, Jayson?
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you here. I as a team fan that's in the division that's not doing well,
Cowboys.
I want the Commanders to succeed because I don't like the Eagles, but like they've been sloppy the last couple weeks, and I don't know. Maybe this is the beginning of the end potentially. I know it's a easier strength of schedule compared to the Cowboys and Eagles, but something to watch out for. But the Eagles might be a serious threat in the NFC. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, I agree with you there. We'll see what happens. It's going to be a close race to the end. Eagles have the Rams next week. Commanders have the Cowboys. So,
who do you think finishes up on top, though? That's the question.
I'm going to go with the Eagles.
Oh my!
I'm going with I think
I had the Commanders from day one. If the Commanders can continue to win games, I'm going to keep the Commanders. If not, it's going to be the Eagles if they're going to continue to lose games and Philadelphia keeps on winning. That's what's going to come down to at the end of the day.
I think the Eagles just have a little bit more balance on both sides of the ball than Washington does. All right, let's get to our Sunday picks. First, let's start with the teams on bye. There are 4 teams on bye this week. The Cardinals, Giants, Panthers, and Bucks are all on byes. Oh, thank God we don't have to watch the Giants.
Hallelujah. I just want to say hallelujah because, yikes, that was rough 10 weeks watching those teams.
All right, let's get started with our picks. First up, Jaguars at Lions, 1 p.m. on CBS. The Lions are favored by 14 points. That's probably the biggest somebody's been favored this season. Watch, George is going to come on here in a little bit and pick the Jaguars for his upset of the week. But I'm not going to do that. This is my survivor pick of the week. Lions win 42-10. I mean, do we really expect Mac Jones to go into Detroit and get a win? The Lions are rolling right now. Even though they did not play well last week, they still won. And now they're playing probably the worst team in the league right now. So I've got the Lions here in a landslide. Jayson, we'll go to you. Who do you think wins this game?
Sam Laporta's out, and I still think the Lions absolutely steamroll the Jaguars. I got them, and maybe it's a joke as a score. I got them 56-7. Why not?
Oh, wow.
Sorry. I mean, I thought Jacksonville was going to be a lot better than 2-8 right now through 10 weeks. Even without Sam Laporta, Jared Goff is still going to find a way, still find Amon-Ra, still find a lot of those weapons out there on that offense. The coaching is phenomenal. Lions are going to destroy them. That's it.
Yeah, Eli had the Jags in the playoffs this year. I think we all thought they'd be better.
We all thought so. Clearly wrong. Unfortunately, I do not have my survivor pick left because I used that already for the Lions this year. So I can't pick them for survivor. I should have picked them for lock, but I didn't. So we're just going to go plain old Lions, 35-10. They're lucky to get 10 points of Jaguars. Tonight, you're going to see a lot of fire. Oh, look who shows up.
Oh, wow.
No way.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Good.
The plot thickens.
All right, joining us now from Swinging for the Fences 25 on Instagram, on TikTok as well, Mr. George Sewell. Welcome to the show, George. Thank you for joining us.
Hi.
All right, before we get to our
He
next
says
game,
hi.
yeah, just says hi. We had a couple of we pretty much just started, but let me get you caught up. First off, any thoughts on the Commanders Eagles game last night?
I just thought the Eagles showed what they're really capable of. I mean, I feel like they haven't put it all together previous to that, but I feel like they did. Commanders kind of let their guard down a few times, definitely with preventing the run. Just trying to stop down Saquon, they came up short with a lot. So that was a good game. I think both these teams are good. I will say, though, I still believe the Commanders have a good shot at winning this division. But yeah, I mean, it's not like anything big happened to say, oh, this is why they lost or, oh, this is why they won. It's basically the Eagles played harder and performed better.
So do you think the Commanders still win the division? We had that conversation. Okay. And then we just did the Jaguars Lions game. Who do you have winning that game?
Well, that's actually my lock.
Makes sense.
The Lions just destroying the Jaguars, the poor Jaguars, struggling for air.
I was
Getting
really hoping you
stomped
said
on.
Jaguars.
That would have been funny.
What?
We were
I
hoping
was
you would
really
say the
hoping you would say
Jaguars would win.
Jaguars for the laughs.
No.
Oh well.
But yeah.
All right.
All right. Next up, let's go. Our next game we have 1 p.m. on CBS. The Raiders at the Dolphins. Funny if this was also played in Week 11 last year. I don't know why they decided to do it again this year, but here we are. Dolphins big win over the Rams last week on Monday night. Raiders, meanwhile, have lost 5 straight. Miami favored here at home by a touchdown. Yeah, I'm going with the Dolphins here, 28-13. I think they showed a little bit of the team they were last year. That defense has actually been playing really well this season, and the Raiders just fired their offensive coordinator, and there's not much going for them. Antonio Pierce is probably next to be out the door. So I got the Dolphins here pretty easily. How about you, George?
I got the Dolphins 21-10 over the Raiders.
Makes sense. How about you, Jayson?
I'm going to go Dolphins 20-14. I think it's going to be a little low scoring. At the end of the day, the Dolphins are still not – they're still finding their footing. The Raiders are obviously going downhill. And I will say, like, if the Dolphins keep playing like they did against the Rams on Monday night, they could be the sneaky team that just gets in at the 7th seed. Potentially, you could be 8-9 and still get into the dance. That's how it is. And if the Dolphins keep playing the way they're doing, it might happen.
How about you, Eli?
Well, I think this is a horrible game, by the way. I mean, just really sloppy teams. So sorry for the folks that have to watch that game. But it's going to be the Dolphins, I think, 22-18. I think the Raiders might actually keep it close this time.
Yeah, I agree. Next up, so we all have the Dolphins. 1 p.m. on Fox. Oh, this is the national game this week. God help us. Packers at Bears in Chicago. Bears just fired Shane Waldron, their offensive coordinator. The Packers are favored here by a 5.5 on the road. Yeah, the Bears might have the worst offense in the league right now. They certainly have the worst offensive line. They're going to be without Tevin Jenkins this week. That makes it even worse. I've got the Packers here, 24-18. I think coming out of the bye, they're going to look sharper. Give Jordan Love an extra week to get back fully healthy, and the Bears are just down bad right now. So I've got the Packers. How about you, Eli?
I'm going to go with the Packers for my survivor pick of the week, 21-9.
Wow.
I think it's a bold one, especially in a divisional game. But Jayson, how about you? Who have you got here?
I'm going Packers 30-20. I think it's going to be close up into a certain point in the game. I just, as much as I want it to be like, oh, maybe the Bears have a shot. I just don't think this week, especially with a brand new offensive coordinator coming in with that offense that's not looking so hot right now. I feel like they need to find their footing within the next 2 or 3 weeks. But Packers right now, they need to prove why they could potentially be a top seed in the playoffs.
And George, what about you?
I got Packers 21-18 over the Bears. I don't think it's going to be a blowout by all means. I haven't even seen any big proof to tell me that the Packers are this big legit team, because we haven't seen anything, in my opinion, from the Packers, and we haven't seen anything from the Bears. I actually think it's a more even matchup than a lot of people will think it is. So for that reason, that's why I have a close score.
All right.
I just want
Before-
to give some context
go
real
ahead,
quick
Eli.
about the Survivor pick. I had to pick them for Survivor because I didn't have many options left. And this was before the announcement. I made this pick for the Packers. So I'm just going to keep it at this point and hope for the Packers to get a victory. I mean, the Bears have been playing sloppy in the past. Maybe this change could help, but I don't see much. But that is the reason why I picked them for Survivor this week, for those to provide context to why.
All right, but before we go to our next game, Xavier McKinney leads the league in interceptions this year. Does he get one this week? We'll go Eli, Jayson, George. Eli, we'll start with you.
Sure, yeah, we'll go with
How
that.
about you, Jayson?
100%.
George?
Yeah, I mean, Caleb
All right.
Williams is trash.
That's pretty valid,
Okay.
honestly. This whole quarterback class hasn't really. Some of them just have not played well so far.
Jaden
There has
Daniels,
been one.
different story.
Jane Daniels
There's
has
been
played well,
one,
but he's
Jack.
kind of injured. What?
There has been one Jack that has
Yeah,
played pretty well.
Jaden Daniels has been solid.
Jaden Daniels, CJ Stroud last year.
But
You
again,
got guys.
we have to look at the schedule though that the Commanders have played. They've played better teams the last few weeks, and they have not looked as sharp. But
Bo
again,
Nix has not been that bad either.
no, they haven't. I'm just putting that out there. Next up, Browns Saints, 1 p.m. on Fox, the Jameis Winston revenge game. For the Saints, starting Andy Dalton over him, basically the whole season 2 years ago. The Browns are actually favored here by 1. That's a bit of a surprise, in my opinion. And this game is in New Orleans. I've got the Saints here. I think the Saints win. I'm gonna go with 16-14, low scoring game. I have no clue who's gonna win, but you've got two solid defenses going against each other. I don't think there's gonna be a lot of scoring at all. So I'm gonna go with the Saints. How about you, George? We'll go with you first here.
I actually have them. I have the game going 18-6 in the Browns' favor. That's a little bit of a hot take. I mean, there's not much to take away from either of these teams, not much at all. I feel like Jameis will come to play, even though he's going to play not his best, because that's just how Jameis Winston operates. I do think the Browns' defense absolutely shuts down the Saints' offense. Not much of a scoring game. I think this will generally be a boring game in terms of action. So that's why I got them going.
All right, Jayson.
George, let me ask, 18-6, no touchdowns in that game?
No touch. I could see the Browns getting 1 or 2.
Interesting. I'm going to go with the Saints. I'm going to go a little higher than you guys. I'm going 23-18. I just sense something is going to say this game is going to be a close game. It's going to be on the witching hour. It's going to be somewhat competitive in the end. But I think, coaching is there now for the Saints now that Dennis Allen's gone. The atmosphere is going to be crazy in the Dome. It always is. So I'll take the Saints.
And Eli, how about you?
I'm also going to take the Saints. I don't think this is going to be a high-scoring and great game. I'm going to go with 18-14 as the final score.
I agree. I think one of the reasons why I took the Saints is because Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah is on IR now for the Browns. So I expect a big game from Alvin Kamara this week. I think that's why I took the Saints. Next up, possibly the game of the week, at least in the early window. Battle for first place in the AFC North. Ravens at the Steelers, 1 p.m. on CBS. This is going to be a great game, guys. Baltimore favored by 3. The Steelers, Russell Wilson, 3 straight wins to begin his Steelers tenure. This game could really go either way. These two teams have had great battles. I would call this the best rivalry in the NFL right now, if I'm being honest. So, Eli, I'm going to start with you here. Who do you have in this game?
First off, that should have been the Sunday night game because that is absolutely the game of the week by far. You could say Bills Chiefs, but not really. Just because the Chiefs are always winning right now. They're on this 9-game winning streak if you count the 10 with the bye. And you look at the Bills, they had that like wishy-washy road. Like they win some games, they lost some games that they should have won. I think that should have been easily the Sunday night game. I don't know why it was not flexed out, but for Ian Eagle and crew that is on the call, enjoy that game because that's going to be the game of the weekend. That's not just because it's a divisional matchup. It's good because right now the Steelers are looking good. The Ravens are trying to make sure they secure a playoff spot. They had some up and down moments. They've been cutting games close, so we're going to see a close competitive game here. For my score prediction, I'm going to take the Ravens here in the victory, 28-26. Expect this game to be real close this weekend.
Jayson, how about you?
I'm going to go the other way. I think Pittsburgh has got it all going on right now, and they're going to steal it. It's my upset of the week. I'm going to say Pittsburgh in a high-scoring one, 35-30.
Wow.
How about you, George?
I have the Steelers winning as well, 28-21. I could definitely see Russell Wilson getting a last-minute touchdown in there. moonball, if you may. So I could definitely see that last-minute drama from Wilson.
He's done it before.
Yeah. Well, I am surprised. I thought all three of you were going to take the Ravens because of what I said about Mike Tomlin before the season. Do you guys see what I mean now about Mike Tomlin, how great of a head coach he is?
Well, we'll see after this week.
I really like their special teams coordinator.
Yeah,
Just
he's
throwing
good.
that out there.
I am going
Fun
with the
guy.
Steelers here for two reasons.
Dylan
Number
East.
one, the Ravens defense, which is usually their strong suit, has really struggled this season. They are really missing Mike McDonald there. They've given up over 30 points multiple times this season. The Steelers are averaging over 30 points a game with Russell Wilson at quarterback. And the Steelers defense is probably the best in the league right now. And Lamar Jackson tends to struggle against the Steelers defense. It's been a team he hasn't really been able to figure out. Because this game's in Pittsburgh, I'm riding with the Steelers. Give me Pittsburgh for my upset of the week, 20-17. Steelers win here at home. I'm really excited for that game. Next up, Vikings at Titans, 1 p.m. on CBS. Vikings are favored by 6.5 here. I really don't have much to say about this game. The Titans have struggled, even though I picked the score right last week, which still doesn't make any sense. But
I don't know how he has the script. He's going to somehow get another score right. Could be the Titans
Eli,
again.
you have
because
the
that just
script.
seems like
Let's
right.
stop
Wizard.
playing. Eli, you have the script.
how does he have the script?
What is he
He
on?
had the Commanders winning the division preseason. No one had that.
Excuse me, George. I had the Eagles winning the division. They're in first place right now, so I think I have.
I
the
still
script.
could see the Commanders winning it.
Oh no, I could too. But the Eagles are in first right now. But Eli, you also had the Saints winning the division though, so that's not exactly a great
Whatever,
pick.
Jack.
Yeah, I know. Vikings win here 14-9. I don't
Have to
really.
say it.
Vikings offense is not very good right now, but their defense is unbelievable. That's really what it comes down to in here. George, how about you?
You thought that was mean, his score? I have the Vikings coming away 12-6. This is going to be a sleeper. You're going to fall asleep watching this game. There's literally there's nothing. Both these teams are evenly matched. It's not like you have one over the other, and both these teams have not played good. So it's just going to be who can play less worse than the other.
Listen, I just want to point out, I want to break up to your comment real quick. I know I'm not supposed to make my pick. It's supposed to be Jayson next. But I just want to say one thing. Nothing will make you fall asleep faster than watching the Jets-Cardinals game on a JetBlue flight coming home to New York. Just want to point that out. I fell asleep so fast watching that game on that JetBlue flight with the Jets on, I think Sparrow was on
Relevance.
I easily fell asleep there.
Relevance.
That's how boring that game was.
Relevance.
True story. True story.
It's a true story. You could ask my parents.
Any relevance?
Everybody else who's on that flight.
Any relevance, or just
How
throwing that
boring.
out there?
How boring the Jets
No,
are.
he's proving your point.
Yeah, exactly. Proving your
You
point.
wanted a sleeper game. He gave you a sleeper game example.
Great example, Eli. Jayson, who do you have winning this game?
I'm gonna disagree. You guys have it all low scoring. I say the Vikings bounce back and they bounce back big. Because this is the only way. They have everything to prove. They showed everyone last week that they struggled against Jacksonville, and that was
funny.
what some would call a joke. So I'm gonna say the Vikings win 28-7 because they need to prove that they can still be top contenders in the NFC.
Well, Eli, before we get to your pick, we have a comment from the Sports Talk with John Randall who asks, what are your thoughts on the Jaguars and Lions game? So we did go over this already. Just to sum it all up, we're going to all say that Lions win big. The Jaguars are just kind of they're kind of just going nowhere right now. They're probably going to end up with the first pick.
It's
Thanks for
bad.
coming.
Yeah, Jaguars are not playing well.
Yikes.
Go ahead, Eli, make your pick for Vikings-Titans.
Where do I go here? I mean, it's got to be the Vikings, right? It's 24-10. Vikings.
By the way, don't sleep on the Titans defense. They've actually been quietly one of the best defenses in the league. Their offense has just been so atrocious that they just can't win. Next up, Rams.
Like I said, though, before we move on, nothing will make you fall asleep more than watching that Jets-Cardinals game.
Well, listen to this next game, Eli. Next up, we have Rams-Patriots, 1 p.m. on Fox.
At least the Jets run the ball.
Yeah, they don't do it effectively though. Rams are favored by
trying to trigger some PTSD in your life.
Rams are
Run the
favored.
ball. Got 1 yard to
Watch
go.
the game, though. That's my point.
Oh, wow.
1 yard to go.
Yeah.
You know, maybe let's run the ball when we have one of the best running back primes of all time.
Uh-oh.
No.
Actually,
Let's
hold the
throw.
ball
Let's
and
throw.
make
Let's
it
throw.
at the end zone before dropping it. and forcing a touchback. Can we talk
Yeah,
about
but that wasn't
At-
in the Super Bowl.
At least,
And
at least,
Doesn't
Hey,
doesn't
Malachi
move along,
Corey is
Jace,
not
George.
beast mode.
wait, George.
Malachi Corey is not
at-
beast mode.
Okay,
At
Jack,
least
can we
the
move
Jets-
along? We gotta
at
go.
least, at least the Jets won, or at least the Seahawks won a Super Bowl with their star running back. What did the Jets do with Curtis Martin? Nothing.
Well, yeah, it's
The
the
last
Jets.
Super Bowl they won was Super Bowl 3.
Yeah, that
Three.
was-
3.
Hey, we're the originals.
no, you're not the Packers.
was
We
the
were
last
doing
time?
it before
You thought
all your
Mr.
teams were
Aaron
doing it.
Rodgers would get you somewhere. Where has he?
We were
brought you
winning
in?
Super Bowls
Can you
before
explain
winning
that one
Super
to me?
Bowls were popular.
Well, the Colts didn't exist yet, so that doesn't really count. The
Half the
Indianapolis
teams didn't
Colts.
exist yet.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's like the Yankees and all their World Series, but whatever.
Exactly.
I'm
Rams-
actually that
Yankees
was
now.
most of
Look
the
at
teams
that run.
existed
We can go
actually
into a
when.
whole other argument about that World Series, but unfortunately, this is not the show to do it.
Rams
But if you'd like to invite us on your show, we'll be glad to talk about the Yankees.
Eli, Rams Patriots. Thank you.
Oh, no, so you
Ra-
interrupt me, but then with George.
No. We
I
have to
see
move
how it
on.
is.
Eli, we
I
have to
see.
move on. We
I
have to
see.
move on.
Come on,
Ra-
let's get running, Eli. Let's run.
Yeah, Rams Patriots. The Rams really disappointed me last week. I'm not gonna lie. I did not think they were gonna play like that against the Dolphins, but I guess I
Should've
just
ran the ball
underrated
more.
Dolphins. Yeah, I agree. I agree. We're gonna be saying that the rest of the
You
show.
still are arguing about that.
Oh
Patriots.
no, I'm just saying use Kyron Williams more.
Patriots run the ball too much. So we have that. It's in
They
New
get
England.
picks though at the 1 yard line a lot though. The Patriots.
I actually, oh my god, so I think that the Patriots can be a sleeper here. I'm certainly not as confident in this pick as I would have been, 5 days ago, but I'm still going to take the Rams here just because I have too much belief in Matthew Stafford. I still think he's a top 5 quarterback in the league. I still think he's a Hall of Famer. Give me the Rams 23-15 to win on the road. How about you, George?
I have 21-16. Rams.
I was going to
Rams.
say, okay.
I
Jason,
don't
how
think
about
the
you?
Patriots have it in them to score that much points.
I agree. Jason, how about you?
I got the Rams 26-14. It's gonna be they need a big bounce back victory to stay in the hunt, and the Patriots is a team you do it against. So
And Eli?
I'm going to go with the Rams in the victory here, 27-17. That's my final.
All right,
Just wanna-
next.
Hold on real quick. How is it okay that George gets to interrupt you, but then when I say something, I gotta get stopped to move along to the next thing? Can we just talk about for a second though? How is that acceptable? I thought I'm your partner.
Because he's a guest, Eli, and you're on with me here
Oh.
every single week.
Oh, so you're saying I'm
Did
not
you
welcome?
guess right?
No,
I don't
Eli, you're my co-host. That's my job to interrupt you.
But no,
We have to move on, Eli. We have to move on.
settle it for after the show.
Remember, that's your precedent that you set. We have to move on. That's your precedent.
We gotta keep running.
We have the game that got flexed. Oh, the people on the left side of the screen are so thankful that this got flexed out of Sunday Night Football.
We are.
I'll tell
we
you
are.
that. We are so thankful that the country does not have to watch this
Oh,
disaster.
he's not gonna like my score predictions, is he?
Colts
Oh,
Jets
darn.
1 p.m. on CBS. I literally have no idea who's going to win this game. The Colts are playing like trash right now, and so are the Jets.
Yeah, like you're really gonna.
My
Keep hyping
defense.
us up, Jack. I'll take it.
If Joe Flacco was still playing, I would have picked the Jets. I'm not going to lie, but with I think Anthony Richardson's going to be motivated coming off the bench. I think the Colts are literally just going to run it every single play. I think Jonathan Taylor's going to have a big game. I think the Colts defense will do. The Colts defense has actually played well, shockingly, last 5 weeks. So even though I have no clue who's going to win, and I won't really be upset if the Colts lose, to be honest, because I just want to see AR play well. Colts win 16-13. That was literally just numbers I came up with in my head. Eli, I'll go to you. Who do you have here?
well, just want to say this real quick. I'm so glad it did get moved out of the way from Sunday Night Football. I do have to say though, it really is anybody's game because the Colts have been playing horrible lately. Joe Flacco, no Joe Flacco. The Colts have been bad, and that's the bottom line. And so is the Jets. They're not any better either. This is truly anybody's game. So do not go by what the spread says. That is a risky game this weekend. It could be anybody. Who I think is going to win, I just don't see anything in this Jets team at all. I really don't.
We absolutely destroyed the Texans.
I did not say to interrupt me, George.
Anything in us.
So I do want to say, though, that I'm going to go ahead and pick the Indianapolis Colts in the victory here, 20-10, the final score. And this was my pick before AR was returning for the Colts. And I do have to say, though, it's going to be one heck of a game. I don't believe in this New York Jets team at all. And if the Colts lose this game, It's going to be really embarrassing. That's all I could say.
No one, Eli.
Yes, it will.
You,
100%. Here's my reason
Eli,
why.
you're
Here's
not
my
the
reason
Colts
why,
fan
Jack.
here,
Here's
Eli.
my reason why, Jack.
Thank you.
This is a team. This is a game where you should be winning.
No,
If
it's
they
not.
can't win this
No,
game,
it's not.
I don't know
No,
what to tell you about the
Eli,
rest of the season.
it's
No,
for
two
Indianapolis.
bad teams.
Listen, Eli. If the Colts lost this game, it would be about the 226th most embarrassing moment we've had in the last 5 years.
No one would care.
Yeah, exactly. Literally, not even Colts fans would care. We literally were booing our team before the game even started last week.
And last game we were
Move
chanting sell the team. So
Yeah, Ursay should tell team he's a drunk. But Jayson, go ahead, make your pick.
I actually have the script right here for this game. So, George, you want to talk about running the ball, right? It says here in the fourth quarter the Jets do run the ball and Brees Hall fumbles, and the Colts pick it up.
Brees Hall probably fumbled because
range.
no one was blocking for him, and 5 defenders were on him because the O line just all simultaneously fell.
That Brees Hall fumbles midfield, the Colts pick it up, and they get a game-winning field goal and win 24-21. Yep, that's the script. Enough said.
It's believable. I've seen a lot worse being a Jets fan, I'll be honest. I've seen a lot worse.
What's your pick?
Who? Oh, Jack's back.
Yeah. No, I was just plugging my computer.
Family-friendly show, right?
What?
Yes,
Family
family
friendly.
friendly. Yes,
All right.
family friendly.
Yeah.
Let me start by saying this. There's 2 New York Jets teams. There's 2 of them. One
Okay.
is the team that beat up on the Texans, was very good. We've only seen that team once this year. The rest of the games have been played by the other Jets, the bad Jets. For some reason, unbeknownst to man, we can't tackle. You legit have the most talented defensive players in the game not be able to tackle. And I'll say this, James Conner's one of the most elusive players in the NFL, but he shouldn't be breaking 5 tackles in a row on this defense, which just makes me mad. So this sort of scares me when we're not able to shut down the run game, and now we are looking at Jonathan Taylor and Anthony Richardson. If the good Jets show up, we destroy the Colts. But most likely, the good Jets don't show up. Bad Jets probably will show up. The Ulbrich Jets, the Rodgers run Jets, because we all know Rodgers calls the shots. And he's bad at it too. You know, it just makes me mad. But we're keeping it family friendly, so I'll keep my mouth shut. But it's a really bad team, and Aaron Rodgers is not good. He is not good. So I guess give me the Colts. Give me the Colts 9-0.
9.
Why not?
Nothing. Wow.
What is? Oh wow! What is this? Bucks Saints on Sunday Night Football 3 years ago? Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Wow.
Bad.
Well, remember, guys, when George refers to the good Jets, he's referring to the Winnipeg Jets, who are currently 15-1 in the National Hockey League. Those are the good Jets. Actually, fun fact: the Winnipeg Jets have won more games in the last month than the Jets have in the last.
And the New Jersey Devils who won the Florida beat the
Then the
Florida
New York-
Panthers twice
then-
this week.
Than the New York
Sorry,
Jets.
this is
have
a hockey show, Jack? I didn't know this was a hockey show.
No,
My
but
bad. We could talk about the Devils then.
the Devils just lost to the San Jose Sharks. I don't think we
If
should be
this is
talking
a
about.
Really? 'Cause
hockey
they
show,
just
we
beat
could talk about how
twice in
good
a
the
row.
Devils are.
The Stanley Cup winning champions, the Florida Panthers. Hughes had his best night. Brad scores a hat trick. And what have the Rangers done, Jack?
This is how the Devils have looked in the first. This is how the Devils looked in the first month of last season too, Eli. And then look what happened. They sucked. But I was just pointing out the actual good Jets because I know George was referring to the Winnipeg Jets when he
No,
was
it wasn't, Jack. We all know that.
the 15-1 Winnipeg Jets, by the way. But anyways, let's move on to the 4:00 window.
What
now.
happened with the Rangers in the past game? Well, they beat the Sharks by 1 goal somehow.
They still won, Eli. At least they still won. But we have to move on.
6-3. They lose to the Jets.
The Jet. Okay, that's what I just said. The Winnipeg Jets. I haven't even been watching the Rangers, Eli, because
I don't watch that much hockey.
Yeah, exactly, Eli.
But what happened last year against the Browns for the Colts? I do remember Gardner Minshew throwing it behind his receiver's back and it just not being a completion.
Move along, Jack.
Wait, what? What?
Oh God.
Wait, what would you that when did that happen, George? I don't even remember that, to be honest.
It's the game you guys got eliminated.
Move along moment.
You mean the Texans? We didn't play the Browns. We played the Texans.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Good God.
That's
Anyways,
Brain fart.
yeah, clearly Falcons Broncos. Actually, I'm really looking forward to this game. Falcons Broncos, 4:05 on Fox. I'm so mad at the Falcons because every time I think the Falcons are a good team, they just suck. They just completely underperform.
So.
They were blown out by the Seahawks, which was ridiculous, and then you lose to the Saints. That is unacceptable for the talent the Falcons have. I don't like them. I don't like the way that they've been playing. They're fraudulent. I don't like them. I just don't. I don't like them. So you know what? I think the Denver Broncos they get revenge after they should have won last week. They played well for a half against the Baltimore Ravens. The Broncos are a better team than this 5-5 record shows they are, and it's in Denver. The fans are going to be loud. Give me the Denver Broncos to win 23-20 at home. I might be a bold pick, but I've got the Denver Broncos. I believe in them. Card from On in High School Sports. I'm riding with the Broncos this week. How about you, Eli?
I could say one thing. I can try to promote and hope for the best for the Broncos, but this Falcons team.
Oh my
despite
gosh.
a couple losses,
No.
This Falcons team. You say that like they've done something.
despite some losses, they've done some pretty good. And would you look at that? Give me the Falcons 24-21.
Jayson.
No.
No walk off the set. That's a good thing.
No way.
No walk off. Nobody walked off.
Atlanta's not
Nobody
playing
walked off.
Dallas
That's a
this
good thing.
week. They're not winning. Please. Denver's a pretty tough place to play. Denver's doing pretty well so far with the games they've played. They should have won last week. Give me the Broncos 26-23. There you go.
Oh, the Eli score. We dropped an Eli score.
We have an Eli
George.
score alert.
23.
George,
So-
what's up?
I think the Broncos super underrated on both sides of the ball. They've actually been really good this year, and I just think the Falcons are crazy overrated. Crazy overrated. I really think they should have traded for Justin Fields preseason. I thought that was the perfect move for them. But this might shock some people. Give me the Broncos 24-10 over the Atlanta Falcons. This is going to be a blowout. This is going to be the game where you start to realize the Broncos aren't as bad as you may think, and the Falcons are very bad.
I don't know if they're very bad. I just
They're
don't think
bad.
they're good. I mean, 6-4 is 6-4, and they did beat the Eagles, but yeah. Seahawks 49ers 4:05 on Fox. I don't really think
Eli.
Eli's looking forward to. I don't really think Eli's looking forward to this game.
We
sorry,
lose
Eli.
to San Francisco always. We will lose again. And I'm proud to say that as a Seahawks fan because it's absolutely the truth. I don't care if DK's playing. We got no quarterback. We got no defense. We got nothing. This team's got nothing.
You have a
We
cool
got every
logo.
guy healthy. We ain't beating the San Francisco 49ers. Lock of the week, 49ers 32-16. Call it a day.
Jayson, how about you?
Hey, I'm gonna keep it closer. I like you guys. I'm gonna say this is my lock of the week. I haven't used it yet. At least I don't think. I'm gonna take the Niners 31-24. They're home. They're finding their stride, and that's it. Niners win.
George.
Niners 27-18.
All right. Well, I have the Niners winning 30-13. I think George Kittle has multiple touchdowns in this game.
I need that. I need that for my fantasy.
Yeah, I think George Kittle sees the end zone at least twice, maybe even 3 times. We'll see. I don't know because he just always scores against. It feels like every time they play, he's always scoring. So George Kittle.
Everyone
multiple
scores against the Seahawks.
Not true. The Falcons didn't, but I know we just.
No, on the 49ers. On the 49ers.
Oh,
It's a free for all.
yeah. Except for Debo. Debo hasn't really scored much this year. I don't think.
He's overrated.
Yeah. And Brandon Ayuk's out for the year, but yeah, Niners win. Next up, game of the week. The undefeated 9-0, best defense in the league. Not the refs clearly not helping them. Kansas City Chiefs, back-to-back Super Bowl champs, 3-time champs, or actually 5-time champs. If you go back to when they won their few, playing the Buffalo Bills in Orchard Park, 4:25 on CBS.
The only game in the national window.
We know Tony Romo's gonna be glazing Mahomes for 3 hours. So everybody have
Family
fun.
show, Jack.
What did I say, Eli? That was not family friendly. Anyways, just ignore the person in the top right corner. He's just saying random stuff.
That's
right
what I
now.
always do.
Oh.
You're right. Avoid the person in the top right corner.
Yeah, ignore me. Whoops. Yeah. I'm a Colts
Wow,
fan.
we could
ignore
do
me.
that. That's pretty cool.
It is cool, right?
It is
Power
cool.
match?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Eli. Make your pick.
Oh, you're gonna go to me first? Okay. Oh, you even removed the thing too. I'm shocked. Okay. You really just want to hear my pick. Well, make this short and sweet. Give me a C, give me an H, give me an I, give me an E, give me an F, give me an S. What's that smell? Chiefs. Guess what? They're still gonna keep on winning. Buffalo Bills can try all they want. They
The
are
fact that you're
still
happy
not
about talking about
winning.
the Chiefs
Give
makes
me
me
the
mad.
Chiefs 26-23 in the Eli score special.
George, stop hating on the Chiefs. You're just mad you can't beat them. Go ahead, make your pick.
Who, my pick?
Yeah, go ahead. You're gonna go. Yeah.
I have the Chiefs winning 24-12. Not happy about it, but it is what it is.
Jason, I know you're
24 to 12. You're not even giving them a chance.
Wow.
Well, yeah, you never have a chance
24
against the
to
Chiefs this
12.
year.
Tyler
Come
Bass
on.
didn't hit 4 field goals in a game. Why are you doubting?
Another Eli
Why
score,
is
Jason.
everyone
Come on.
doubting here?
I have
No one believes.
I don't.
I believe. This is the end. They have to do it.
Okay, Tony.
It's just they harbor on it every single year. They can't do it. They can't do it in the playoffs. They can't do it in the regular season. They're gonna do it. Why not? Let's do it. Buffalo ends the streak 23-20, and it's gonna end. It's gonna end on a Tyler Bass field goal to prove all the haters from last year wrong. He's gonna nail it right down the middle. 23-20, maybe in overtime. Bills win.
Well, everyone wants to doubt the Bills because of what happened last year, but people don't.
Wide right.
Yes, we know. I'm not a Bills fan. Say it all you want. I don't care. Bills. I don't even like the Bills, to be honest. But
I like them more than the Chiefs.
no, you don't. That's a lie.
What do you mean? No, I don't.
That's such a lie.
Yeah, you're a Jet.
You just picked the Chiefs to win by 12, which means
I know.
Yeah, no.
I'm being logical.
That's a lie. Don't say that. So the Bills have beaten the Chiefs 3 straight years in the regular season. We're not in January
Really?
yet. What? You didn't know that?
No, I'm being sarcastic.
Oh, whatever. Anyways, this game is in Buffalo. The Chiefs have gotten the benefit. I mean, the Chiefs only had one game this year that's not ended in a 1-possession game. Even when they played the Raiders, they only won by 1 score. So
it's facts.
I'm thinking, the Bills, I think getting Amari Cooper and Keon Coleman back is really going to help. I mean, they played well last week without both of them. Granted, the Colts suck, but it doesn't really matter because the Bills' offense actually didn't play well last week. But I think getting those 2 guys back is going to help them. I think the Bills' defense gets enough stops. And even though I hate picking against the Chiefs because every time I do it, I'm always wrong, I'm taking Buffalo here 28-27 just because it's the regular season. If it was the postseason, I'd be taking the Chiefs. No question about it.
100%.
Bills will never win a Super Bowl. I'm just going to say right now, they will never win a Super Bowl. They're just cursed.
Wow.
So no Super Bowls for you, Buffalo.
Oh, damn.
Stay depressed in upstate New York.
Wow.
So,
Wow. Bold taken.
Right.
Wow. All right.
That's
family
not
show.
nice. That's just
Next
mean.
game.
that's not nice. Bills fans are pretty violent, honestly. I mean, look what they do during tailgates.
I mean, it's actually pretty funny.
It is funny,
Yeah,
but
it is funny.
they're a little wild, and they talk a lot of trash considering they've won 0 Super Bowls and they've accomplished nothing. But anyways, next up, the Sunday night football game, Bengals versus Chargers. I don't know why this
Sunday
is the game.
I don't know about that.
It is. We're gonna have Sunday night in SoFi Stadium the next 2 weeks. Starting this week, Bengals Chargers, 8:20 p.m. on NBC. The Bengals, I'm done with the Bengals. I am so done with them. I've kept believing in them every week, and I'm hit my breaking point.
Can't blame Joe Burrow.
Yeah, Eli said it was Joe Burrow's fault last week. He said Joe Burrow is the reason why the Bengals are losing.
Explain. Just hold on. Please let me explain, Jack.
We gotta go, Jack. We don't have time.
Eli.
We gotta go.
No, Eli. I'm the host
we gotta
tonight.
go.
Please explain how Joe Burrow is first in all the quarterback stats, and it's his fault.
I have the floor tonight. I am the host tonight, Eli. You explain.
No comment.
No, you have to explain.
You got to back it up, Eli.
Back it up, Eli. You said said Joe.
How
you
is
said-
Joe Burrow the reason when he's played like an MVP?
Beginning of the season?
What?
What?
Beginning of the season. He was not MVP. Beginning of the season.
when I said ignore the guy in the top right screen, I meant it just for this moment specifically.
Here we go. He's gonna switch right now.
Lamar was bad the first game of the
Oh.
season.
Okay.
Nah, this you have no reason for Joe Burrow to blame Joe Burrow. Like
Eli,
Just
just
got-
no, Eli.
Gotta go, move
Explain.
along.
No,
give me
Eli.
one reason.
No, Eli. We're not moving on. You need to explain why you think Joe Burrow.
Just move along. I said move along. That's it.
No.
We're not running the ball, Eli. We're gonna throw it.
Eli, I'm the host tonight. I'm ordering you to explain why you think Joe Burrow is the reason why the
You
Bengals
order
are
me.
losing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do it, Eli.
Nah, I thought.
Back it up, Eli.
Nah.
You talk the talk. You gotta walk the walk.
Deli meats.
Ha! Nah, listen. In the beginning of the season, I was not impressed with Joe Burrow and how he played.
So was Lamar Jackson, and he has a shot at
And you
MVP.
Look at that. I feel like he's still gonna be the cause. Don't be surprised he doesn't have a good game. I don't see it.
So you have no reason. You're just saying Joe Burrow.
Give me the
is
Chargers
spontaneous.
24-15.
By the way, guys, Patrick Mahomes stinks. He absolutely stinks. He's the Chiefs. He's the reason why the Chiefs barely. Oh no, wait, no. Eli said that Patrick Mahomes is playing like an MVP this
Oh,
year.
boy.
I did not say that.
You did not say that.
You
Yeah,
did not say that.
No
Yeah,
way.
Jason
You
was
did
saying
not.
he's playing-
You
Pay
did not.
attention. Look back at the film.
You said Patrick Mahomes is playing like a star, or he's the best quarterback in the league right now. So
When did I say that?
You talk trash about Joe Burrow. You don't talk trash about Patrick Mahomes and the way he's playing.
You must be an
When
NFL
did I
rep.
say that?
You're an NFL rep,
Yeah.
aren't you?
Where's the costume in the closet?
Hold on,
Yeah.
hold on.
Get
hold on.
out.
Where's the film, Jack? Pull it up.
What?
You got none.
You said
got
it
nothing
last
to back
week.
it up and prove it.
No. You've got nothing to back up why Joe Burrow's played bad.
No, I don't.
Go with that. Yeah, you've
I
got.
don't. I really don't. I have nothing to back up on.
So-
No.
Yeah,
You don't
exactly.
either.
You
You
don't
have
have anything to pick it up.
You know what?
So
The
Eli just-
Seahawks are the worst team in NFL history. Let me just say that.
You're not wrong.
That was so uncalled for.
I have no reason to back it up, but I'll just say it.
You
You're
know
not
what,
wrong,
Eli?
though.
You know what,
You're not
Eli?
wrong.
Eli, Jaden Daniels, he stinks. He's the reason why the Commanders have lost the
That's
last few
mean
weeks.
to Jaden Daniels.
Daniels
He has
sucks.
nothing to
He's
do with
He's the
it.
reason why.
Possibility. I mean,
It's
yeah,
not
you're
because the
not wrong.
Commanders' defense is
Yeah,
bad.
I
It's-
mean, look, he only had 18 points last night. I mean, technically, you're not wrong.
All right, whatever.
Shut up.
That Joe Burrow comment might be the worst thing that's ever been said on this show.
Yeah.
It's pretty up there.
I did not say anything about Patrick Mahomes like that, though. So you're.
We're not
clearly
talking
wrong
about
on this
Patrick
one.
Mahomes. We're
Yeah,
talking.
we're not
Of course,
talking-
look at you always bringing Mahomes up. Always need to bring him
Who are
up.
you, Chris
Eli.
Collinsworth?
Yeah.
Always needs to bring up Patrick Mahomes. Always needs to.
Bring up the Chiefs and their back-to-back Super Bowls.
Okay, we do
Oh.
gotta go. Can we make our picks? I
no,
made
we
my
don't,
pick
Eli.
24-15.
No.
I do have to go. So
Uh,
24-15.
You just said you have to go. Then
24-15.
Where's there?
yeah, Door's right there, Eli.
24-15.
Yeah. Oh wait, no,
That's
that's
the
not door.
scores.
Never mind.
Yeah, you don't got no door, George. Just
Yeah, I
listen.
know.
Jason, go ahead.
Jason, make your pick.
I have the Chargers winning, but I still think Joe Burrow plays
Yeah.
great. It's not him. It was never him. It's not the offense. It's the defense, and they need to really step it up. If 4-6 needs to, if you want to win games and improve a 4-6 record, you need to win. But I think the Chargers and the coaching, and I doubted it at first, but I think it's going the way it's supposed to go. So I'm going to say the Chargers 27-21.
Yeah, I have 28-21 Chargers. I'll say this though, even though they have such a good quarterback, I mean Joe Burrow's just amazing. They haven't found a way to win. They just haven't. For some reason, the Bengals have not found a way to win. So that's actually a reason right there, Eli. That's called a reason why you think something's going to happen. But I have no reason to say why the Bengals have a shot at winning. Just know, because they haven't shown it to me. But you know what I have seen? That Joe Burrow's a really good quarterback and one of the best right now.
Yeah, you said it perfectly, George. I've got the Chargers winning 31-26 in this game. Watch, guys. Watch for next Tuesday show. Chargers are going to win like 41-38. It's Joe Burrow's fault. He only put up 38 points. He's got to put up more, you know.
Yeah, and there's going to be 2
We'll
pick
see
sixes
about that.
on
Let's see the score.
there.
We'll see the score when it comes out.
Okay, well,
We could look at Joe Burrow's stats, too.
Yeah. Do you want to read his stats,
Yeah.
Eli, for me?
No,
Yeah,
we don't
read
have
them
all
to
day.
the audience.
We got to go. The next game, Monday Night
No,
Football.
Eli.
You're not the host.
Eli, you're not the
You're not
host,
the
Eli.
host.
This is not an autocracy, Eli. You do not
Pull
run
up his,
things
someone
around
pull
here.
up his stats, you know, and Eli, you should read them.
You know what? Yeah. You know what? We're going to do it.
We're going to go.
Can you guys still see and hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, while we're
Dear God.
moving on from that, since Eli doesn't like freedom of speech, clearly removing me off the screen. Monday Night Football, Texans, Cowboys. So sorry everybody has to watch this on Monday night. You know, they say everything's big. They say everything's bigger in Texas, and that includes the disappointment, clearly. So 8:15 on ABC and ESPN. Houston favored by a touchdown. Texans win 31-9. Even though I don't think the Texans are really that good of a team right now. I think they're kind of mid, honestly. They're just in a weak division. Like, what have the Texans really proved to us this season? They've proved absolutely nothing. Like, I think the Broncos are a better team right now. I think the Chargers are a better team. I think the Texans are just so overrated. But the Cowboys are maybe the worst team in the league without Dak Prescott. So
Jack.
Texans win 31-9.
Jack.
Yeah.
If I may, Joe Burrow
Go
has
ahead.
24 touchdowns.
Oh, Eli.
Wow.
What
Eli.
happened?
Eli removed you off stage. Eli hates freedom of speech, doesn't he?
2,762 passing yards. I guess that's not
muted
good
him.
enough.
It looks
I
like I
guess
lost
that's not
connection
good
there. I'm
enough.
so sorry. Looks
Go ahead,
like
George,
I lost
finish.
connection. I'm so sorry. I really appreciate that. I don't know why. For some reason, this
Eli.
mic keeps getting muted.
Let him read his stat.
Am I good?
Yes, you're good. Eli,
So Joe
don't do
Burrow
anything.
has thrown 24 touchdowns, 2,762 passing yards, and a passer rating of 108. But apparently, that's not good. That's not good enough for Eli. Should we pull up Gino
Yeah, do
stats?
it. Do it.
Let's pull up Gino Smith.
We don't have all day. I do have
No,
to go.
no.
So
We
if
got
you could
time.
Please
We got
hurry
time.
up
It's
on
all
the
right.
show.
It's all right.
You do because you're too busy removing.
It's all right.
people
The Mike
from
Tyson
studio
fight
to
doesn't start till
sponsor the
around 10.
show.
We're good. Let's pull it up. I'll be right back.
Okay, I'm going to
guys.
go with my pick here. Let's go with Texans 24-10.
Go ahead, George. Read the stats. You have the
Guys,
floor.
Go ahead. What's your pick?
No, I can wait for this one.
No, we're gonna wait, Eli, and we're gonna let George read Geno Smith's stats because
So Geno Smith has 11 touchdowns compared to Joe Burrow's
He's the greatest
24.
quarterback.
Geno Smith has
Quarterback.
10
He's the greatest quarterback in
interceptions
Seattle. I'm not arguing.
Hey!
compared to Joe Burrow's 4. And I think that's all that needs to be said. Do you want me to keep going, Eli?
I never said
Heck.
Geno Smith was the greatest. Never said that he was the Seahawks
You said
savior.
Joe Burrow was bad.
Eli, who's been a better quarterback this season? Patrick Mahomes or Joe Burrow? Who's been better?
Patrick Mahomes.
Oh my God.
12 touchdowns. 12 touchdowns
How many
and
wins?
9 interceptions.
How many wins? How many wins?
Doesn't matter.
I don't care about how many wins he has. I really don't.
We don't care about wins.
We'll see who wins the Super Bowl.
If we cared about wins, he would have asked who's better, the Chiefs or the Bengals. He asked about the QB.
Let's see who wins the Super Bowl. Let's see.
Eli, who's a better quarterback? Russell Wilson or Joe Burrow? Who's better?
Joe Burrow. Easy.
Russell Wilson has more wins, or maybe not.
Eli, who's better, Derrick Henry or Jordan Mason?
Okay, you know what? We don't have all day. Jason, make your pick.
Oh, I'm up. Okay, yeah. So we're gonna do something a little interesting right here with this pick. This is the 22nd season in the NFL for the Houston Texans. So we're gonna let them win by 22 points. Let's do it. It's going to be 35-13. And you know what? Give Trey Lance the start because we're hopeless with him, without him. We're hopeless with Dak Prescott if he miraculously wants to come back. But it's all over, and the Texans fans are going to pack AT&T Stadium. So
Sorry, Jason, but this is the 23rd season for the Houston Texans.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay, wait, let's change that score. All right, sorry. So it's going to be 35-12. Thank you for that, because you get Brandon Aubrey 4 field goals. That's 12 fantasy points right there. I like the way you think, Jack.
Yeah, see.
35-12, Texans win.
All right, George, you?
I got Texans winning 24-6. Just
Yeah.
a dominant showcase. Joe Burrow's really good, but I think CJ Stroud, it really comes together for him. He starts making those down the field throws, and I feel like the Texans defense comes together a little better. Joe Burrow's fantastic, and I really like DeMeco Ryans as a head coach. He's really commanded this Texans team. Jack's shaking his head. I don't know why, but
Do the Texans really need Nico Collins that bad? Is he like?
I said DeMeco Ryans.
I mean, I don't think DeMeco Ryan. I think his clock management is horrible. Look at the way last week ended. That was unacceptable. What he did, the way that game against the Lions ended.
He's a second-year head coach. He gets his players involved.
He's an NFL head coach.
What?
Yeah. DeMeco Ryans has cost the Texans probably all 4 of the games they've lost this season. He's been a factor in why they've lost all 4 of those games.
Stroud kind of sold against the Jets, but
what offensive line does CJ Stroud have? Does he has no offensive line?
He missed a lot of passes. We're not getting into that though. I mean, if you want to, because you're the host and I respect what you say. So
but you don't respect what Eli says apparently, because
he's not the host.
Oh, okay. I like the way you think, George. I like the way you think.
He's not the host. Also, Joe Burrow's really good, but still.
All right. Well, after a chaotic 52 minutes, that'll conclude this week's edition of the 12th Horseshoe podcast. Thank you to Jayson and George for joining us tonight. We will see you Eli, you'll be on tomorrow for Mano Mano tomorrow morning. We'll be on with you on Tuesday for our Week 11 recap. We'll see you next time. Night, everyone.
Go Seahawks.